Good evening, everyone. We cannot forget the past, and the 4 individuals that we are inducting this evening have contributed so much time, energy, and passion to the Prairie Gold Lacrosse, and that is why they were selected as the inaugural inductees this year. The true passion that these 2 families and 4 individuals have contributed to sport is above and beyond. They definitely have paved the way for the future of lacrosse and for box lacrosse in the province of Saskatchewan. Congratulations, Barry, Kenny, Randy, and Curtis. Well deserved. Congratulations, Barry. I still remember to this day, back when we used to play against each other, didn't really know you or Kenny, but I just remember this coach sitting on the bench with almost the perfect hair, almost just like Justin Trudeau. It was an honor to play against you and be selected on the team as well as one of the founders. Barry is an incredible coach, and even to this day, you know, Barry's record for 61 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties is an incredible record in his tenure with coaching in the PGLL.
Just want to congratulate Barry for being one of the first inductees into the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League Hall of Fame. Barry is very passionate, someone I enjoyed working with and over the years, and was very instrumental in when he brought in the Mustangs lacrosse team and really adding a whole other layer of credibility to the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League, because they had so many elite players and really was an elite program over those many years. So congratulations, Barry. The Prairie Gold Lacrosse League would certainly not have developed into what it is today without you and the Mustangs really joining that league in the early days. So congratulations.
Hey Barry, congratulations on your induction into this Hall of Fame. It's a very well-deserved honor. I know you've spent countless hours with young lacrosse players over the past couple decades in dedication to the sport. I know that I wouldn't be in the same place and have gotten to the same places lacrosse-wise without your contribution. So thank you, congratulations, and enjoy the night.
Just wanted to say congratulations to Barry and Kenny. A lot of really great memories of both those guys from back in the PGLL days, back in the beginning of the PGLL days. You know, had a lot of pretty heated games against Moose Jaw. I would say it was a pretty good rivalry we had going, and I always thought Barry was a pretty damn good coach and had a lot of respect for him. I could tell his players had a lot of respect for him. And you know, one thing I noticed about Barry from where I stood on the floor was he was loud and he was making lots of noise, and oftentimes I would fantasize about maybe whizzing a breakout pass over towards the Moose Jaw bench, maybe pecking Barry off in the arm or something. You know, I didn't want to hit him in the head or anything, but maybe just give him a good shot in the arm and see if that would quiet him down a little bit. But honestly, it was I really enjoyed my time playing against the Moose Jaw guys, and like I said, I had a lot of respect for Barry, and you know, even in my coaching years now, had a chance to reach out to Barry in the last year or 2 here. So I was quizzing him up on some Moose Jaw players, and you know, his heart's still in the game, and he had nothing but time for me. Just a great lacrosse guy, and big part of the family of Sask lacrosse in the early years, and I think he'll always be remembered as one of the main contributors to how great the game is today in our province. So congratulations, Barry, you deserve it.
I'd like to offer up congratulations to both Barry and Ken Stewart on their inductions into the PGLL Lacrosse Hall of Fame. Barry, for you guys, this is an acknowledgement that's been long overdue and very well deserved. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the many lacrosse players out of Moose Jaw and certainly out of Saskatchewan for all your work in paving the way for across in our province, and the opportunities that you've provided to many athletes that probably go unrecognized, but you've had a direct impact on many lives and given us an avenue to continue to enjoy the game of lacrosse.
Hey Barry, I just wanted to say congratulations on being elected into the PGLL Hall of Fame. You are so well deserving of this award. You were my first ever coach in 1998. I joined lacrosse, not really expecting anything out of it, just kind of something to do with my friends. But then you quickly showed me that lacrosse was a very methodical game. You got me so interested in the sport, and little did I know the game of lacrosse would have taken me to places all over the world. And you know, getting to go to college playing lacrosse, all of this stuff I feel like was facilitated, or you were sort of the catalyst to all of the stuff that happened later on in life with lacrosse. You have had such a tremendous impact on the sport in Saskatchewan, and especially in Moose Jaw, obviously. But I cannot think of somebody more well deserving of this award. Truly, truly from the bottom of my heart, and I think I can speak on behalf of my teammates, that you just deserve this award so much. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Kenny. We love you guys, and we're just thrilled, so we're pumped. Go enjoy, have fun, and see you on the floor.
Certainly a couple memories, Barry, about yourself. Obviously, watching your passion and your intensity on the bench from the referee's perspective was enjoyable, and sometimes maybe not always appreciated, but looking back, the drive was there, and you instilled that drive in your players, and those players continue to be involved in the game today, many of them, and continue to offer back to our youth. So great job getting those teams to Founders Cup and all the championships and the memories that you created with the fellas and myself. So congratulations, Barry.
One of my favorite memories against Barry was actually giving him one of his losses and cracking his undefeated streak, and then Barry going out and buying a recreational vehicle sporadically. I'm sure his wife appreciated that one, but anyways, Barry, congratulations.
Barry Stewart. Barry, you're a beauty. I thank you for all your hard years of work, putting up with me, coaching me. We came into the sport together, learned it together, and all the years you've put in, you're very deserving of this award. Even now, when we ask you to come back and help with little guys, you're more than willing. You want to be at that rink, you love this sport. Congratulations, and it was an honor to have you as my coach and to learn the sport with you. Congrats, all the best, buddy.
Congratulations, Barry and Kenny. Barry on a long-standing grassroots program growing the game in Moose Jaw. Definitely be able to say that lacrosse would not be what it is today in Moose Jaw without you. And very proud to have played with Kenny on many different teams and in box and field over the years. Two very deserving people to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Kenny, congratulations. Rest in peace. But I still remember, like, we're playing like it was yesterday. The quick agility that you displayed on the floor was above and beyond. You pounced around like an antelope out there. Not too many people could keep up with me speed-wise on the floor, but you were always right there next to me, giving me the gears. It was truly an honor, and probably one of my best memories with you was winning a double national championship in field lacrosse. You know, we won out in Kelowna and with the junior men's, and then out in Quebec with the seniors. But
Ken Stewart, we miss you, buddy. Ken was the type of guy that came to the rink full of piss and vinegar every single day. Wanted to be there. If we practiced 7 days a week, he'd be there. Big smile on his face. I played hockey with him. He would be the guy bringing his lacrosse stick, dead of winter, onto the hockey tournament just so he could fool around with his twig. He was the leading goal scorer, point getter in the PGLL for a reason. He loved the sport and wanted to play it every single day. He's dearly missed, and he'll have a very nice seat here in the Hall of Fame. Gotta go, Kenny.
Kenny's induction into the Hall of Fame is 100% a lock. He was a great combination of size. You know, he was big enough where he could play physically, but he was, you know, not too big that he couldn't be mobile. He was incredibly fast. He was agile, and he had great hands. He could pass. He could shoot. He took face-offs. Basically anything in the sport that was required, he could do, and he could do it better than basically anybody.
First year ever playing field lacrosse, Barry had asked me if I wanted to play senior field when I just started playing junior field. So obviously super cool to be asked, and of course never thought I'd even really be treated as part of the team being a young guy. And that weekend my parents were actually gone for something else for one of my brothers or sisters, and Kenny actually, I think he was 17 at the time, maybe had his license, and he basically was my chauffeur, took me around everywhere, got me to the games, made me feel part of the team, and I couldn't even tell you how he did that year. And it was just a great experience, enjoyed all the guys, and it was definitely pretty cool to have a guy like that show me the ropes, keep me involved, keep me in the loop, and make me feel part of the team.
In terms of Ken, certainly fond memory for me would be our 2002 run when I had the pleasure of coaching him as a player on the Team Sask Junior team for field lacrosse, and just that the national championships, that obviously is near and dear to my heart, and the memories of your son and memories of Ken stand out very clearly from that year, and I remember taking him as a young lad. You trusted us to take him under our wing to out east and to compete in the senior championships a couple of months later. And you know, Ken was one of the best damn ball taxis we had on our team. I remember him playing on a line, I think, with Brian Kopech and a young Chris Lysenko at the time, and those guys did a heck of a job of getting us the ball and getting us that championship that year. So very fond memories, and congratulations to you once again, Barry, and of course to Ken, on all the accomplishments and all that you've done for lacrosse in Saskatchewan.
Kenny Stewart, man, that guy was one hell of a player, one hell of a guy. Really respected Kenny. Loved playing against him. Put a lot of little points up on me, and you know, one of my favorite memories of Kenny was they were playing up in Saskatoon against us, and Kenny got a breakaway, and he's coming down the floor, and I'm getting set up for the shot, and all of a sudden he takes a shot from the rag line and snipes a top shelf on me, and I'm thinking in my head, who the hell shoots the ball on a breakaway from the rag line? But Kenny did, and he put it right in the top corner where I couldn't get to it. And I mean, one hell of a talent, and you know, I love playing that guy, and I love playing with him. I got a chance to be his teammate on a provincial team, and you know, just tons of respect for Kenny. He had all the right in the world to talk smack to me with the points that he put up on me, and you know what, he never did, and I think he left all the smack talking to Barry from the bench. So anyways, well deserved, both of you guys. Love you guys. Congratulations. Very happy for you. Take care.
Also, well-deserving honor to Ken Stewart for also being one of the first players inducted in the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League Hall of Fame. Again, joining the Moose Jaw Mustangs team, which is really a lot of amazing players, but Ken was a leader, one of those leaders of the team. Certainly more from his passion and dedication, his combination of speed and agility and just skills on the floor really made him a dominant player, and well-deserving. I know he's one of the top scoring players in this league to this day.
As I kind of grew up idolizing Kenny as a lacrosse player, and I had played with him as an adult, but this was the first kind of one-on-one moment that we really got to sort of just share. And Basically, out of the blue, about a month before he passed, he just hit me up and asked me if I wanted to go to the Yara Center to throw the ball around. And so I said, of course. I was in town. I can't remember where I was at that time or whatever, but and we just started throwing the ball around, and we hadn't talked at that point. We hadn't really had a conversation in many years, and we just sort of caught up on life. And I wrote a blog post about this experience that kind of details it more in depth, but the thing that was so special about that experience is that we started off throwing the ball far away, throwing long bombs and just kind of showing off, and we were both competitive guys, so we like to show off our skills, just something guys do. But then by the end of the session, just playing at Yara, we ended up being, 5 feet from one another, and the conversations kind of went that way as well. It started off catching up, like, what's new with you, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time we were in close, we were talking about life, his kids, and just kind of sharing this really special moment together. And it really kind of just pointed to the kind of guy Kenny was. He was very competitive, very loving, very caring. All of the things he shared with me were about his family and how much he loved his family. And he was like a really nice friend, and it was a really, really special moment. And yeah, so that's just my favorite moment of Kenny. I'm so happy that he's being inducted into the PGLL Hall of Fame as well with his dad, Barry. There could not be two more well-deserving people in the province of Saskatchewan for this great honor. So I'm very, very happy.
Dearly missed, and in regards to the PGLL, Kenny still holds, some incredible records from 2003, 2004, and I don't know if they will ever be beat. So congratulations, buddy.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. Just very honored to say a few words on a few fellows that I had the opportunity of getting to know in lacrosse in Saskatchewan. Randy Trobak, Curtis Ptolemy, Barry Stewart, and Kenny Stewart. When you say lacrosse, to me, that's the top names that come to mind. Both fathers very passionate about the sport and grew the sport in the province. Their children helped and developed many other athletes in the province, as well as played and represented the sport on many levels. So to hear that they're being inducted into the Hall of Fame is fantastic, and lacrosse has chosen some great people. Some with us, some not with us, and truly getting to know these fellas. Barry and Kenny were my first touch in lacrosse in Moose Jaw, and then further on in my time in lacrosse, I got to know Randy and Curtis through coaching, and to be able to watch these fellas play, as well as their fathers, the passion, there's just nothing, there's not a lot I can say that it just takes the words away from me at sometimes, just thinking about how passionate these fellas were about the sport. So again, I just want to say congratulations for being inducted, and you've made a great choice. Take care, have a great night.
Oh, Randy, what can I say? Congratulations, well deserved, everything that you have done for lacrosse in this province, and especially the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League. When you and Barry sat down with CURT, the executive director at the time, and did all the necessary work to lay out the foundations for the league and to see it to where it is nowadays, you definitely got to be proud of what you have done for the sport in this province.
Randy, I've known Randy for the last 20 years, just being part of the Saskatoon Box Lacrosse Association and getting box lacrosse started here in Saskatoon. Randy is passionate about the sport right from the first day I met him until this day. He is an awesome person and an awesome ambassador for the game of lacrosse. I've been able to coach with him the last 6 years off and on, but his willingness to help anyone at any time and be able to really share the games of lacrosse and the passion to be able to have everyone to go and play. It's all about the kids and it's all about having fun and being at the rink. Randy spends his too much time at the rink for sure to be able to give back to the sport he loves. Randy's been there from the start, and I don't think he'll be able to walk away anytime soon. I just want to say congratulations to you, Randy, and just keep going. Thanks for all the passion you have for the game of lacrosse and letting myself and others be part of this great game. All right, thanks, Randy.
Randy Trobak, I mean, what can you say about that guy? He started Saskatoon Box Lacrosse back in 20 plus years ago, and I was around when he started it, and I can't believe he's still doing it, to be honest. I mean, the amount of effort that he puts into organizing lacrosse tournaments and the leagues and the SWAT program that he started that's now starting to feed players in the NLL and the senior A programs out in the West Coast, and like he's put together something here that's pretty special. And I mean, it's affording players the opportunity to get exposure to play in the NLL. I mean, you can't even compare that effort that he's putting forward to anybody that I've ever seen. I mean, there's been a lot of volunteers involved in the program since it started, but I mean, Randy and his family have been making it tick for 20 plus years, and in my opinion, there's nobody in the province that deserves this honor more than Randy Trobak. Like, hats off to you, buddy. Proud to be your friend. Congratulations to you and Kurt. This is a huge honor, and see you soon.
I just want to congratulate Randy Trobak for being inducted in the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League Hall of Fame. Well-deserved honor. Obviously, the league would not exist. Randy's very instrumental in just initiating and founding that league with others at that time. Just as passionate to lacrosse is certainly unmatched. And congratulations, Randy. Well-deserved. I know it was certainly a privilege to be able to work with you to help start that league. Congratulations.
Waits, hesitates, now steps back, still looking for room, still looking for a pass, now dumps it off. There's a shot, score! Chris Ptolemy with a sub shot.
Congratulations, Curtis. Fierce competitor is all what I can say about Curtis. I absolutely hated getting the ball and going one-on-one, or if I knew I was on Curtis's side, I'd make sure I switched over to the other side. Pretty sure my ribs are still healing from a couple of the blows that I took from Curtis. You know what, if the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League actually kept stats on loose balls and hits, Curtis was right up there. And it's not like Curtis was a dirty player. He maintained his composure. He took very little penalties.
Hi there. I just want to say a few words just about Chris Ptolemy. Sadly missed. He was gone way too short in his life. I was fortunate enough to be able to play alongside Curtis for a couple of years, and also been able to coach him too. As a lacrosse player, he had the whole package. He could run, he could hit, he could shoot, he could fight as well. He was just an unreal athlete. On the floor, he had passion for the game. He was able to go from the Prairie province here and be successful in BC. And I think the big thing with that was his work ethic. And again, I said the passion. He was all lacrosse. Off the floor, he was an awesome person. He was outgoing, always had a smile on his face, and was able to sit and chat and have a good conversation and also joke around as well.
Also, Curtis Ptolemy, well-deserved honor for him to be nominated into the Hall of Fame for the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League, one of the first to do so, along with his dad, Randy. Curtis was just a dominant force on the floor with his size and his determination and his strength and his two-way game, both offense and defense. He really was a dominant force on both ends of the floor when he was on the floor. So certainly, as a player, well-deserved honor to have Curtis as one of the first inductees in the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League Hall of Fame.
When I think about Curtis, I just think about the amount of power that guy had. He had probably one of the hardest, fastest shots I'd ever see. I'd compare it to any pro player today. And he hit people harder than an NFL linebacker, and I'm not kidding. He's probably one of the hardest hitting athletes you'd ever see in your life. And he plugged in a lot of hours at the rink, that guy. He was always at the rink when I'd get there, and he'd always be there when I left, and he'd always be in between floor times helping Randy and Sheila with whatever needed to be done around the rink. And he was just always at the rink practicing, and it paid off for him. He got drafted to the NLL, I think it was in 2007, and he went like 28th overall, like a kid from Saskatchewan getting drafted 28th overall in the NLL draft. And back then, the talent pool in Saskatchewan was much smaller, so it's a real testament to how good Kurt really was. And all you got to do is look at his the roster from Burnaby where he played Junior A and see the guys that are in the NLL now that he got drafted higher than, and it just goes to show you what kind of talent he really was.
I'm going to share a story with you with Curtis as coaching him in the Founders Cup. I believe he was out in Coquitlam, and he blew a shoe. And he broke one of his toes. I forget what toe it was, but he was able to tape up his shoe and didn't miss a shift. He just had the passion and a tough person. This is awesome that he's going to be a part of this Hall of Fame, and well-deserved and well-missed again.
One of the best things, Curtis, is you paved the way for so many young athletes. Getting drafted into the National Lacrosse League, you were one of the very few from this province at the time, and just perfect person, incredible athlete, and just on and off the floor, just a great overall guy.
This might be controversial to some, but I think pound for pound, he was probably the best both ends of the floor lacrosse player to ever come out of the province of Saskatchewan, and I put money on that.
Lots of room in the middle, and there's the shot and the goal. We're tied at 2, a 4-on-4 goal as the Saskatoon Smash have tied it.
I'm not sure if they were concentrating so much on the backdoor guys and expecting a pass that they just kind of let him walk in there. Baptisten didn't have a chance on that.
No, Baptisten almost left all alone there as the seams parted, and there was all sorts of space for the Saskatoon Smash. Just a walking good shot up over the shoulder. I believe that was Chris Ptolemy that made that shot. We're tied at 2.
On behalf of the Saskatchewan Lacrosse Association, I'd like to congratulate all the individuals being inducted into the PGLL Hall of Fame tonight. Barry, your passion for lacrosse is unwavering. Thank you for everything you've done to grow and develop the sport across the province. Randy, it's been a great 6 years working with you. Your passion and dedication is the reason why many of our programs exist, and I look forward to working with you for many more years, making sure every youth across this province has a stick in their hand and is playing lacrosse. Kenny and Curtis, you guys are definitely taken from us way too soon. You paved the way for the next generation of lacrosse players, and we will do everything we can to honor your memory by ensuring everybody in this province has the opportunity to take part in lacrosse and fall in love with it just as much as you both did. Once again, congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations to all 4 of these individuals getting inducted into the inaugural Hall of Fame. Honestly, if I can construct a dream team, these 2 coaches and these 2 players would be at the top of my list of the superiority that they've shown throughout the years, the love of the sport, and how they have paved the way for the youngsters, rebirth the growth of lacrosse in the league, and established the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League here in Saskatchewan. Congratulations, and thank you guys so much.